Welcome into week 12 of the Endzone. It's all playoffs all the time, baby. Let's ride. Our game of the week, a 2A second round playoff battle between Choctaw County and Baldwin. You won't want to miss that one. Highlights coming up later. And welcome to the playoffs. Starkville, the Yellow Jackets hosting Hernando in round 1 of 6A. West Point also stayed, of course, on the Greenies' mind, taking on Ridgeland in round 1 as well. And a big 4A battle between two area teams, Caledonia and Pontotoc, facing off. Caledonia continue to move towards state. Find out next on the Endzone.
WCBI Sports Endzone Show with John Sokoloff, Courtney Robb, and Chris Bolton is brought to you by Wade Incorporated, Clark Beverage Group, Carl Hogan Toyota, East Mississippi Community College, and OCH Regional Medical Center.
Welcome into week 12 of WCBI Endzone. Chris Bolton, the lovely and talented.
Thank you.
Courtney Robb back here for another week of high school football. And finally, we're in playoffs. However, before we get to that, first things first, we have to say a big thank you to our sponsors, Wade Incorporated, Clark Beverage Group, Carl Hogan Toyota, EMCC, OCH Regional Medical Center. Thank you to all of you. Chris, let's jump right into it. Let's start talking our game of the weeks because it's playoff time.
Yes.
We are in the thick of it. You are up, and you've been previewing this matchup. Yes, you've been previewing this matchup all week between Baldwin and Choctaw County. Initial impressions of how this one was going to go.
Initial impressions, I mean, it's the playoffs, so two great teams battling it out. Baldwin has had a great season. Of course, Choctaw County undefeated in division play, so they're going to come ready to play some ball. But yes, I expected a tough, physical Thursday, football game, and that's what we got. Yeah,
it was an interesting road for both these teams this season. Choctaw County getting off to a little bit of a slow start. Baldwin really coming out as a bit of a sleeper this year, coming into this matchup tonight, 9-3 on the year and not to be messed with. But we could talk about this all night. Instead, let's show you the highlights.
WCBI's High School Football Game of the Week is brought to you by Carl Hogan Toyota in Columbus.
Shout out to Carl Hogan Toyota for hooking your boy up with the 2021 Toyota Tundra. Pulling up in Ackerman in style. Go get you one at Carl Hogan Toyota. Choctaw County, Baldwin, Class 2A playoffs. Let's get straight to it. Opening drive for the Bearcats, 3rd and long. Jamari Marshall throws a hot dot to Johnny Harper. He gets a nice grab, a huge gain. Finally brought down inside the 5-yard line a couple plays later. Braylon Pippen, he gets the ball untouched into the end zone, 6-0 Baldwin early on. And the Chargers, they get the ball. Connor Jewell, he tosses the ball to B.B. Kennedy. He's unable to handle it. Backwards pass is a fumble. So now Josiah Christian, he gets the handoff, breaks off 1 tackle, 2 tackles, 3 tackles, another steal for him. Finally, dragging defenders down at the 2-yard line, but it's all good on the next play. Pippen, he went in untouched 1 time. He goes in untouched again.
That is a physical man.
Yes, very physical man. Don't want to bring him down. 13-0 Baldwin. Chargers, they get back at it though. Jewell throws a dime in the back of the end zone to Caleb Cunningham. He's done that all season. He gets a touchdown. It is 13-7. Baldwin leads. Chargers fans, they're loving the touchdown. But man, Pippen with another physical run gets a first down. The Baldwin running game was dominant tonight. Christian, he gets the ball here. Bouncing off tacklers again. Finally, is brought down in the end zone. 20-7, Baldwin leads halfway through the second quarter, and they go on to get the road win. They survive and advance 30-14.
Yeah, you could say Baldwin was ballin', and hey, as a Chicago native, just something about those Pippins.
Yeah, something about those Pippins.
You
need a Pippin on your team. Just ask MJ.
Yes, he can attest to it. I can attest to it as well. Shout out Baldwin for a great season as they continue on in the playoffs. Let's keep things rolling. Starkville playing host to Hernando. Early on, Hernando 4th down. Wilkie taking the snap, rolling left, Throws, finds Eli McBurn for a huge catch and pickup, and that's a first down. Later on, 4th and goal, Topher Jones takes the snap, gets into the end zone. It's a 1-yard score. Extra point is good. Hernando striking first, 7-0. But don't worry, you know the Jackets, they're responding right back. Quarterback Trey Petty gets the snap, keeps it, goes around to his left, and got a big gain down inside the Tigers' 35-yard line. That's a first down. Later on, Starkville sets up a screen play. Petty finds Tyler Nichols. The man's got green turf in front of him.
Nice block.
Finally brought down inside the 5. And some more from Starkville. It'll be 3rd and goal. Jordan Mitchell gets it. Walks right in. Wilson in there says, that touchdown is mine, okay? Jackets tie the game at 7. Second quarter after a 3-and-out. Starkville with the ball back. Trey Petty scrambles, breaks a couple of tackles, gets the first down, and later on, Petty finds Braylon Burnside right in the end zone. Easy money. Give me that.
That is a connection you will hear for now and next season.
Jackets go up 14-7, and Starkville coming away with the dub in this one, 63-21.
Yeet. Sheesh.
Some more scores from the night for you. Oxford and South Panola facing off. The Oxford Chargers come away with it 35-28. Let's get to some 5A action.
Hey, too much point.
The Greenies looking for too much point, Chris. You know they're going to do it late in the first. Kanan Daniels rolling right. And that's going to get the Green Wave into some prime scoring position. That same drive, you know West Point's just going to cap it off. And who else to do it but Cameron Young? Keeping it, scores the touchdown. West Point goes up 7-0.
Doing what he does best.
Absolutely, and not scoring touchdowns in case you missed it. Ensuing drive for the Titans, quarterback James Woody dropping back, throwing, finds his man Jabraxton Boone, and that will move the chain for the Titans. Same drive, Woody this time, dropping back, scrambling, gonna keep it, and that would pick up the first down. However, that drive would stall, and then of course, you know, the Greenies gonna get the ball back, and they're gonna capitalize off that. West Point looking for the end zone, going right up the gut. You know who it is, Chris. It's Cameron Young. Green Wave go up 14-0, and if you can believe it, I'm sure you can. West Point got it done in this one, 40-7. Another score from 5A action for you. Lafayette takes down Holmes County Central. Got to shout out head coach Michael Fair for a job well done.
Yes, now let's keep things rolling to Pontotoc, Caledonia, taking on the Warriors. Warriors down 6-0 early in the first. Nick Townsend finds Drew Cunningham, who breaks free for 20 yards and the first down, but the drive would stall. Cavs ball, they take over on downs. Daniel Wilburn to Darius Triplett. He breaks off a tackle, stays on his feet, hits the sidelines, and he sees green. And when Darius sees green, Courtney, you're not going to. It's game over. It's over with. You're not catching him. 67-yard touchdown. Caledonia up 13-0. Pontotoc driving. Townsend rolls out. He finds Montanique Wilson, who makes a catch, but he gets
what a hit
dropped by Darquez Williams short of sticks. Less than a minute to go in the first half. Townsend trying to get the Warriors in scoring territory, but Triplett says, give me that. He gets the interception. He is brought down at the 5-yard line. Then Darquez Williams, he takes the pitch 2 plays later. He strolls into the end zone. It is 20-0 Caledonia. Yes, the Cavs, they survive and advance. They get the win, 27-8.
Let's keep things rolling. Itawamba and Ripley.
I, Itawamba, you, Itawamba, he, she, we,
Itawamba.
We all Itawamba. The Indians, first quarter with the ball. Tate Chandler, he gets the pass from Ty Davis, and he hits it 45 yards down the sideline. Finally brought down at the 5-yard line. After a penalty, moving the Indians back, Isaac Smith, he gets the handoff, and he does what he does best. Finds his way to the end zone. That is a 20-yard touchdown, 7-0 Itawamba. Yes, we celebrate the touchdown with some fireworks. Second quarter, Smith, he gets the ball down the left sideline. He takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line, nearly scoring. The drive would stall, though, and the Indians, they have to settle for a field goal. They get the field goal to lead 10-3 at halftime, and Itawamba, they get the win, 30-9 over Ripley.
The Indians keep on rolling. Another score from 4A for you. Louisville takes down Clarkdale 16-12. And now let's talk brackets for 6A. Oxford will be facing off against Madison Central next week. And Starkville will be matching up to South Haven.
Okay.
In terms of
couple good matchups.
Yes, definitely. In terms of the bottom half of that bracket, or we'll move on to 5A actually. West Point will be facing off against Vicksburg, and Neshoba Central will be matching up to Lafayette.
Do we have a possible West Point Lafayette rematch in the making?
We just might.
Ooh.
And, you know, we love to see it. Both great teams will be wishing for that one to happen. Now, moving into 4A, Itawamba will be facing Senatobia next week, and Louisville and Caledonia. Mark your calendars, because that's going to be a game to watch,
potential game of the week. And
I believe that game will also be at Louisville, so a good matchup in store, and we'll keep things rolling here right on the End Zone. Coming up next, we check in with 3A. It's Tigers versus Tigers, Knoxville and Winona. Spoiler alert, you know, Darian Townsend all over this one. Then in 2A, East Webster and East Union, they'd be rematching. This was a regular season matchup earlier in the year. You don't want to miss it. Highlights and scores when we come back on the End Zone.
Welcome back to the End Zone. We have a rematch of last year's Class 3A North Half Final. Winona taking on Knoxville County. Tiger on Tiger crime. A couple plays into the opening drive. Winona's Jakevion Burnley. He finds Darian Townsend, who picks up a first down. 2 snaps later, Burnley, he keeps it himself, fighting off Tigers, getting his way into the end zone for a touchdown as a 14-yard score for him. Knoxville will go 3 and out on the next drive. So Winona has the ball again. We give the ball to you know who, Darian Townsend. He sees nothing but green grass in front of him, and he takes it all the way into the end zone. He has reservations for 6. 64-yard touchdown for Townsend. 13-0 Winona early. Knoxville try to claw their way back in this one. Running back Martavius Wicks, he picks up a first down here before going out of bounds, but Winona's defense came to play. Lamar Stewart drops back, throws an interception. James Bays for Winona gets the pick, and Winona, they get their revenge, they get their lick back, they get the win in this one, 36-8.
Yeah, Winona unstoppable this season. Aberdeen hosting North Panola. Bulldogs' first possession. Quarterback completing a nice 20-yard pass there, and it would be on the next possession for the Bulldogs. But the Bulldogs would run this one in for a touchdown. Look at this one go. Takes the snap, taking it himself, going right through the defenders and finding the end zone. Would make it 6-0 Aberdeen after the first quarter. However, North Panola would come out of this one on top, 20-6.
Shout out to Aberdeen, though. Great season by them.
Absolutely. Another score for you from the night. Speaking of teams who have been fantastic this season, Amory keeps on keeping on rolling. They got the dub 45-6 against
New coach,
Independence.
no problem.
New coach, new team, no problem. East Union and East Webster in 2A playoff action. Wolverines with the ball first. Dive Ford breaks into the clear. Loses the ball, however, no worries.
Gets it right back.
It's out of bounds. Then Bryson Johnson takes the handoff, motors it in for the touchdown. Wolverines go up 7-0 after a 3-and-out for East Union. Wolverines give it again to Zy Ford. Hey, not broke, don't fix it.
Exactly.
And you know what? They were smart to do so, because nobody can catch this man. I promise you. That is one speedy man.
Beautiful blocking as well. Shout out to the big guys up front.
East Webster goes up 13-0 after that one, and the Urchins had a 4th and inches. Hayden Frazier bulls it in for the first down. Later, quarterback Rhett Johnson tossing this one, finding Hayden Roberts, another first down. However, that drive would stall for the Urchins. They'd be forced to punt. And East Webster coming out this one on top, 34-31. Getting into some more brackets for you, starting in 3A, Amory will be matching up to Kossuth next week.
Okay.
And Winona will be facing off against North Panola. To keep things going, East Webster will be meeting LaFleur County in 2A playoffs as those continue. And Charleston will be continuing to match up against Baldwin. So the Bearcats keep things rolling on, of course, as well. And coming up next on the End Zone, you know that we still got more to come. We've got 1A ball on the way. The Panthers taking on Richton in West Lowndes. You won't want to miss that. French camp on the road, all the way down in Taylorsville. And the Panthers get it done there. And West Tallahatchie taking on TCPS. Those highlights and scores next. Welcome back to the End Zone. The West Lowndes Panthers hosting Richton. First round of the 1A playoffs. First drive for Richton. Third and long. Jataquist Brown comes up with the sack. Almost a safety there. Panthers take over. Fred Rice going to keep it himself.
Rice is nice.
And he's going to take it. And you know what's also nice, Chris? Touchdowns. That's a 20-yarder. 2-point conversion good. West Lowndes goes up 8-0. Their defense came up with a stop, so here comes the speedy Jaquavius Tate. He hits the outside. And that's good for a 33-yard gain. Nothing came of it, though. Next drive for Richton, 4th and 1. West Lowndes defense coming to play. Gets the big-time stop here. Stuffed like a mozzarella stick.
Or
we love
stuffed
it.
crust pizza.
Or stuffed crust pizza.
We love
a few
that
plays
too.
later, Marquez Shelton with the fantastic catch there.
We love
be good
that
for
too.
a 19-yard gain. And next quarter, first play, Brown punching it in. West Lowndes goes up 14-0, and the Panthers went on to get the dub, 40-6.
Hey, shout out to the Panthers. French camp, another Panther, taking on Taylorsville, the Tartars. Shout out to the refs. Y'all been holding it down through the shortage. We get things rolling. Taylorsville with the ball. Lazar Beavers, he connects a screen pass to Cedric Beavers. He's going to race down the sideline, and he sees the pylon. That is a touchdown for the Tartars, 6-0 early. Panthers with the ball. Cody Perry, he drops back, takes a snap. He finds Ethan Wright. Wright shakes off a defender. A nice gain. Oh, but it gets punched out, and Taylorsville recovers the fumble. Tough one for French camp. Beavers, he hands the ball off here to Kobe Kraft. He takes it deep into Panthers territory, dragging defenders with him. Then Beavers, he takes a bad snap here, but he takes a bad snap and makes a good play out of it. Fights his way into the end zone and gets a touchdown. Taylorsville leads 12-0. And then Beavers, he's dominating this game. He takes a snap, rolls right, looking, finds Kelby Jordan, and Jordan does the rest, puts on a little move, finds green grass on the left side of the field, and makes his way into the end zone for a touchdown. 18-0. Taylorsville leads at half, and they go on to get the win. French camp falls in this one, 31-13. To TCPS we go, take it on West Tallahatchie. The Eagles, they lead 16-0, and they are knocking on the door again to score. Jaden Warren, he bowls over that door and gets a touchdown, 22-0 TCPS. The Eagles defense overpowering right here. They stuffed them for a loss, forced the punt. Lath Holiday, he returns the punt here, sees nothing but green grass.
My man saying, Kia.
Yes, he did. He finds his way to the 25-yard line. Then the Eagles quarterback, Jake Prather, drops back looking, throws a dime in the end zone to John Paul Yates. Too easy. Touchdown catch, 29-0 TCPS. And there was a smelly skunk at this game. 47-0. Sheesh.
Well, speaking of skunks and shutouts,
Another one.
McEvans, the DJ Khaled of shutouts came to play tonight. McEvans shuts out Smithville, 32-0. A great season for the Seminoles in the books.
Another one.
I'm telling you, DJ Khaled came to the end zone this week. Simmons takes down Okolona, 66-0. A great season again for the Chieftains. Now let's get into some 1A brackets. TCPS will be taking on McEvans next week. Simmons will be facing off against none other than Vickersville in 1A ball. And West Lowndes, they will be matching up to Taylorsville. That should be interesting. And Bay Springs will be taking on Lumberton in the bottom half of that bracket. Well, stay with us. We've got more for you on the way. We've still got Academy schools as well as West Alabama. You won't want to miss it. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the End Zone. Heritage Academy hosting Oak Forest as they continue their playoff run. Pats up 27 at the half. Third quarter, Oak Forest made it a one-score game. Mac Howard finding Trey Narr for the first down. That same drive, Howard this time going to connect with Harrison Gunter. He's going to be on the run, hitting the outside there, gets knocked out of bounds down there at about the 50. Pats, however, would turn it over, and Oak Forest would be up by 1. Howard trying to make a play. He does, finds Narr. You know that's always going to happen. The connection between them is too good. However, that drive would stall for the Pats, but to no worries, because you know the Pats are going to fight. That they did, and Heritage Academy came out on top in this one, 28-21, and they're still alive.
Let's head on over to West Alabama and Pickens County taking on Wintersboro. Opening, we have the kickoff here. Pickens County making their way downfield. Wintersboro couldn't recover it, but Pickens County does. They get the ball. They're set up very nicely at the 10-yard line. Javion Bell has the ball, hits the right side, finds his way into the end zone for a touchdown, and Pickens County, they go on to win this one 38-16.
Some more scores for you from the night. Sulligent falls to Southeastern 37-18. Aliceville also falls to Spring Garden 40-35, and Gordo falls as well tonight 36-26. We'll come back right after this. We'll pick our wins of the night and put the ball on the show. Stay with us. We'll be right back. All right, you know what time it is. It is time to pick our wins of the night. I'm rolling with the East Webster Wolverines tonight. Chris,
Yellow Jackets. Shout out to Coach Jones.
Starkville doing a great job. Hey, we'll do it all again next week. We'll see you then.
WCBI Sports Endzone Show with John Sokoloff, Courtney Robb, and Chris Bolton is brought to you by Wade Incorporated, Park Beverage Group, Carl Hogan Toyota, East Mississippi Community College, and OCH Regional Medical Center.